Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question to the Minister...
The Honourable Annette King.
Down the back.
Order.
Down the back.
Order. I just asked the House to settle down. I did not hear that interjection. The member has the floor to ask the question. I've tried to get silence
I'm trying to ask
her,
the question.
and I'd ask her to do so.
Thank you. I'm trying to ask the question.
Order. Order. The Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question to the Minister of Social Development and Employment. She's answering it already.
Order. Just ask the question.
Yeah, we'll see. What action, if any, is she taking to address unemployment?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, this government has made unemployment our number one priority during the course of this recession and has implemented a balanced, responsible and successful plan to steer New Zealand through the global economic crisis.
The Honourable Annette King.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. Can she confirm that the number of people going on to the unemployment benefit increased by 2,000 in January alone, a figure she quietly slipped out yesterday? And if so, when are all the amazing and comprehensive policy initiatives she's been talking about going to start helping the 168,000 New Zealanders who are now out of a job?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, actually the January figures for the unemployment benefit were released last week and released publicly. Yes, they were, along with the HLFS. Mr Speaker, yes, unemployment benefit did go up by 2,000 in the month of January, which we were expecting, but equally 3,180 people came off the unemployment benefit in that month alone and went into jobs.
The Honourable Annette King.
Does she stand by her statement, quote, "Let's not panic, there are jobs out there," end quote? If so, why can't 16,000 new job seekers find them? Why can't 168,000 unemployed people find them? And why is the chief economist for the ASB saying he can't find them either?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, what we did see for the last quarter of last year was a 5% increase in jobs advertised. We're seeing more jobs come into work and income than ever before. A third are still being triaged away and are going into jobs. This is what happens in the lag of one of the worst global recessions that we've seen, that things are tougher out there, but this government's plan is implementing more jobs.
Katrina Shanks.
Speaker, supplementary question to the Minister of Social Development and Employment. Why is the Minister particularly concerned about the increasing numbers of people who are unemployed for more than a year?
Mr Speaker, this year the government will spend $7.6 billion on benefits. That's more than 20 million a day. With an ageing population, rising levels of long-term welfare dependency has serious consequences for future taxpayers. It's our children who will bear the costs unless we do something about it.
The Honourable Annette King.
The question, Mr Speaker, if she is so concerned about long-term unemployment, is she aware that long-term unemployment has soared in the 15 months she's been the Minister, from 14,800 people to 40,500 today? And I thought these were the people that John Key was going to get off welfare dependency. You've just added, Minister, about 30,000 more to it.
Order. Before the Minister, call the Minister to answer, I just asked me to remember when she says you've just added, she's referring to the Speaker, and I'd remind members of that. The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, I think the member sort of struggles to understand what happens through a global recession and the effect that that has on jobs and employment. What I can say, Mr Speaker, and I don't want to raise your ire in the first question time, but there is a long, long list of initiatives that this government has implemented that are making a difference. $1 billion in broadband, nearly 30,000 home insulation cases, job ops that has been expanded because it's so successful, Community Max that's already signed up. Mr Speaker, I could go on, but I shan't.
The Honourable Annette
question, Mr Speaker. Can she confirm that funding for job ops and Community Max is almost run out? And if so, will she be putting in additional money in this financial year to help more New Zealanders into work?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, Job Ops is doing fine, so we've already put another 2,000 places into that, and we've not started on those 2,000 yet, so I'm fairly confident that we'll be able to keep up with the demand for Job Ops. Community Max is getting close to being fully done, but we are just this morning, actually, Mr Speaker, going to expand that slightly so that more can go on it.
Question number 5, Jeanette Fitzsimons.